Hello, viewers. You are welcome again to my YouTube channel. My name is Farmer Tantoh, and I'm a grassroots environmental activist. So today I'm here in my eco village in Baminda Upstation, and my goal is to reconnect city dwellers back to ecological lifestyle. And today I'm going to introduce to you an amazing young man who decided to create time during this summer period to volunteer with me at the eco village to reconnect back to nature, and you're going to hear his experiences, what motivated him to come join me in the eco village.
My name is Tantoh and I am a volunteer with Farmer Tantoh here at the Eco Village. This book that I'm holding is about Farmer Tantoh, and the book I've read the book and it has really inspired me. In summary, this book is about a young boy growing up in his native village of Cambe, a boy who always um, made everybody around him happy because he loved agriculture, he loved nature. Everybody around him was always inspired by his love of agriculture, even from a very young age. So while growing up, he always wanted to learn something new, mostly connected to the weather and nature. So he always wanted to grow something new. So he made himself a little garden at a very young age so that he could always start planting his little things. It was a secret garden actually, so he could plant his little crops. Even though when he plants them and they will not grow, he will want to know why they didn't grow. And most often he asks his father or he asks his grandmother, who will always tell him about how agriculture works. That plants need water, plant needs sunlight, they need manure to be able to grow perfectly. So as he was growing up, the people around him, mostly his schoolmates, always tried to make him feel bad because he wanted to be a farmer. They nicknamed him Farmer. This name was to make him feel bad. Rather, he turned this name to give him courage. So much so that he changed the name on his uniform into Farmer, so that each time he looks at this name, the name was going to encourage him, to remind him of what he wants to do in future, what he wants to do for his community, what he truly loves. So as he kept growing up, he named himself Farmer, and that's what everybody knew him by. As he kept growing up, his father had died, and everybody expected him to take an exam which would put him in an office so he'd be able to take care of the family. And of course, he did what they expected of him. He went to the exam hall, he sat down, he wrote the correct answers to the exam. Just when he was about to hand over his subscript, he noticed dust on the table. When he touched his dust, it reminded him of what he really wanted to do. He remembered that he wanted to become a farmer, he wanted to always be with agriculture, and he couldn't bear the thought of being away from his family, stuck in an office, signing documents. So then he crossed each of his answers which he had correctly filled in and signed it F. He signed F for farmer, which was returned in kind, F for failure. As he was very happy with the condition which he was in now, and he knew he was free to do what he truly loved, he returned to his village and kept working towards his dream. Then he went to an agri school where he kept learning new things about agriculture. Here in this school, good water was scarce, so he fell ill because he drank dirty water. He was sick of typhoid. This illness bothered him for a long period of time, and it made him very unhappy. And he just knew that a lot of people who have been drinking dirty water will also suffer from this. This now gave him an idea. He knew that he couldn't allow people to continue suffering from this um, sort of discomfort. So he kept studying in agriculture and decided to study how to do water catchments, to know something new about water. Then he someone has saw his love for agriculture and decided to sponsor him abroad. That's when he went to United States of America, and furthered his studies in agriculture and in water. When he returned back to his native country, he started to build water catchments and track water all over the country to be able to produce good drinking water for the people around the country, because he didn't want anybody to suffer from the same condition he had suffered from while he was in school. This At this time he had very little resources, and it was very hard for him to do what he wanted to do. So because he was about the verge of getting discouraged, he formed himself a new motto, which was, if you don't have what you want, use what you have. This encouraged him and inspired those who are around him. Each time he said it, he had the strength and the courage to do what he wanted to do. And when he said it, the people around him will help him. Even though he had limited resources, at least he had people who will help him to build the catchments and other things that he needs. So he moved on from building water catchments and built a botanical garden in Campbell, and which is very present today. Right now, everybody around the Northwest knows him as Farmer Tantoh, a name which they call with pride. From then, he formed the organization SIFA, Save Your Future Association. This organization is a non-profit organization which helps in building water catchments to provide good drinking water for people all over the world. So he has built several water catchments in the northwest and in other Fulani regions. And from there, he even built the water catchment for disabled and blind people because he wanted everybody to get good quality drinkable water. And he hasn't given up. As the era changes, new people are volunteering to join him to be able to accomplish his dream. Now he doesn't work alone. He has other people to help him in accomplishing his dream.
Hello, viewers. I'm glad to introduce to you Rovik. He's an amazing volunteer who has been volunteering at the Eco Village here. What inspired you to come and join me at the Eco Village here?
First of all, I read the book I Am Farmer, which helped to motivate me and give me the courage and the love for agriculture to come to this eco village.
Okay. Wow. So, what have you learned about this Eco Village as a whole?
Firstly, I've learned a lot. So the first thing I learned at the eco village was how to plant flowers. Before coming here, I knew nothing about planting flowers. So
Okay.
after coming here, I've now known how to plant different types of flowers and how to nurse them until they are big enough.
Okay.
And also, I never knew how to mulch a farm, and all that I've learned here. I knew how to track water, underground water passages. I've learned all of that here at the eco village.
Oh, wow. Wow. So now, what you have learned here, how are you going to implement it in your own community?
Going back to my community, the first thing I'm going to do is build a little garden for myself in which I'm going to plant a variety of flowers and other plants which I've seen here at the eco village.
Okay.
And also, I'm going to see if I can join any organization there which helps in building water catchment so that I can help them in tracking underground water passages
Okay.
to build lasting water catchment.
Wow. 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 So now, are you a student?
Yes, I am.
So what level of education are you?
I am opposite.
Upper seed.
Yes.
So what do you want to become in future after you finish high school?
I want to do computer engineering.
Computer engineering.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wow. Where do you want to study?
In America, but in any other country with high tech.
Okay. So your dream is to study in any other country with high tech.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's wonderful. So, a lot of young people are shy from volunteering,
Yes, sir.
What message do you have to tell young people around? Just look at the camera. What message do you have to tell young people around the world who are shy to volunteer?
What I want to tell to other young people around the world who are just like me is that volunteering is not anything, it doesn't take anything away from you. Volunteering will actually help you to learn something new because you can never say you know everything. When you volunteer, you learn something new. You teach other people new things, and you also help the community. And community service is all that matters. When you give back to the community, you really help the society in one way or another. And I really think that's all that matters.
Wow. It was nice having you on my channel.
Thank you,
man.
Farmer.
I wish you the best.
Same to
The
you.
world is watching at you, and you never know where your opportunity is going to come from. Rovik,
Yes, Farmer.
we've just cleared the lawn, and now nothing goes for nothing, okay?
All right.
So now this is fever grass that we planted here. It's called lemon grass. So now but we need to use the grass that we've cleared to do mulching. So the advantages of mulching is that when you mulch, it prevents weeds from growing. When it decays, it adds organic manure into the soil. And then in the dry season, it helps to prevent evaporation of moisture. And you need to water just once or twice a week if you like, because the mulch is going to help conserve moisture in the soil. So now that is the advantages of planting lawns around your homes, so that when you clear the lawn, you now use that mulch to mulch your garden. You can mulch your flowers, you can mulch your vegetable garden, your tomatoes, whatever thing that you've planted. And that is the cycle in the ecosystem, right? Okay, so let's do some mulching.
So right here is my favorite flower, the poinsettia at Farmers Eco Village. I really love this flower because when the leaves turn red, they stay this way for several months, making the environment completely beautiful. I really love this one. This was the first flower I learned how to plant here at the Eco Village.
When you are persistent in everything you are doing, when you have hope and you are dedicated, everything that you want, you are going to achieve it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you are welcome.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Hi, viewers. You know, Rovik read my story. My story was published in a children's book titled I Am Farmer Growing an Environmental Movement in Cameroon, and is being used all over the United States and was recently translated into French in France, and it is being used in all French African countries and Haiti. So this story is just to help connect young people. This is my life story from when I was a little boy up to present, and the goal is to connect young people back to nature. A lot of young people don't want to volunteer. A lot of young people want to be the change they want to see in their communities. And they think that traveling out of the country, across the desert to Western world is the way forward. But when they get there, they are stuck and they begin to think, oh, back at home was better. So it is high time that we need to transform the mindsets of young people like Rovik, who has come to volunteer, and now he wants to be the change he wants to see in his own community. And we're encouraging people to work as volunteers. The best thing is achieved in life when you offer your services for free. I've been working at the grassroots for 27 years, but I've not given up, and I'm still working so hard to empower communities. I know you can do something in your community. Nothing good comes easy. And if you want to be the change you want to be, see in your community, you need to get down to the field and work. Please, if you are new to my channel, keep on subscribing, keep on sharing. Together, we are going to make a difference in Africa. I am farmer. No farmer, no future. Peace and blessings.